Hello and welcome to another stream of Assassin's Creed Unity to continue my annual 2023 playthrough with the ranged weapons challenge on top. So we are in the final memory sequence of the whole game. So we've gotten all the optional objectives done up until sequence 12, which is what we're currently on. So there's only 3 memories left. Unfortunately, I've had one fail count for the playthrough at 1. I'll be continuing the challenge with the Dead Kings DLC. So this stream will be a short one, finishing off the main game, and then when the main game's finished, I'm going to end the stream and then start another one so that the Dead Kings starting is separate from the main game ending, just so that if people aren't interested in the DLC, they don't have to worry about checking it in the past broadcast in the one video. If they do want to check out the DLC content, then at least they know when the DLC content, when the main game content ends and when the DLC content starts. So sequence 12, Memory 1, the Supreme Being. Robespierre is the last link to Germain. Discredit him, render him vulnerable, and you may draw out the Grand Master. Ooh. Right, let's have a look-see here. Got a lot of things for skills. Might just get the next level of lockpicking. Increase Arno's health a bit. Hey there, Matthew. Hope it's going well. Alright, so we'll equip these forearms and upgrade that. And we'll upgrade that. Now to replenish our ammo and stuffs.
Bienvenue, cher client.
Refill all.
Un amant surpris par le mari. What's all this?
Robespierre. He's declared today a festival of the Supreme Being. A paean to the virtue of the nation and the citizens' duty toward it.
Why does that sound familiar?
As far as Templar doctrine goes, it's a loose interpretation.
You'll never get close to him in the middle of all this. You best retire and wait for a better opportunity.
Still thinking like an assassin. This time, I have the plan.
Oh? And what would that be?
Think like a Templar.
Amazing! He was supposed to be rational.
The Supreme Being ain't cold for us.
Ridiculous pomp and circumstance.
What now?
Robespierre is unassailable. He's got half the guard out in force. We'll never get within 10 yards of him.
Just what I said.
But he's not as popular as he was. The Purgers, the Supreme Being cult. If we can discredit him, he's finished.
Massive public spectacle is the perfect venue.
Exactly. Paint him as a dangerous lunatic and his power will evaporate like snow in April. But we'll need some convincing evidence.
I have an idea where to start. You coming?
Meet me after. I have my own arrangements to make.
Hey there, Ryu. How's things going, dude? I need to sabotage these alarm bells. You going well, Ryu? Oh, that's excellent, dude. I'll have to get you to post that link again, sorry, dude, for the Mortal Kombat stuff, because I completely forgot about it. I had the window open, and after I closed everything down, I was like, oh, shit. So if you wanted to post that again, I can have a look and give you some feedback on stream.
Let's see. Incriminating evidence. Merlin, Tallien, Bourdon. These are all deputies of the National Convention. Lists of political figures written in the hand of a man fond of sending his rivals to the guillotine. Yes, these should do nicely.
At war with all the oppressors of the human race, suspend its heroic efforts in order to raise great being who gave it the mission to undertake these efforts and the strength to execute them. His immortal by
list of names. 50 or so deputies of the National Convention, all written in Robespierre's hand and all opposed to him.
I imagine those good gentlemen would be quite interested to know they're on that list. But first... Monsieur
part's gonna be
Robespierre
annoying.
brought his own refreshments. Strike the guards. I have an idea.
Distract the guards. Right.
Armed in turn, the daggers of fanaticism and the poison of atheism. They can no more tear the world from... Yes. Armed in turn, the daggers of fanaticism. They can no more tear the world from... Armed in turn, the daggers of fanaticism and the poisons of atheism.
J'ai cru que quelqu'un avait tiré sur moi.
People fear no more their people fear no more their sacrilegious conspiracy.
Mais qu'était-ce donc? Ah merde.
People fear no more their sacrilegious conspiracy. They can no
More speed! Got him now! Won't lose us that way, dog! Suffer! Nowhere you can hide, dead man! There! You can't escape, citizen! Got you! I'll bring you down a peg!
Well, that one was fucking fun and games. Used up most of my friggin' smoke bombs. I hate how in combat stance you can't even hold the aim button with your rifle and then shoot. The game automatically does a quick shot, even if you hold down the button. So damn fucking frustrating. Ryu, on Facebook you wrote how you would write the Liu Kang and Katana and Johnny Cage Sonya Blade relationships if you had to do them. Oh, that's fair enough for you, yeah. Yeah, the changes that you want to make. Hey there, Shin. How's things going, dude? Hey there, viewer. I hope it's going well. Don't know if it's coming through, but my voice sounds weird to me. I don't know what's going on.
Ah, sois le bienvenu ici.
Ryu, oh wow. Wow. Shin, you posted an article in my Discord for when I take my first break. Thanks, Shin. I'll have a look at that. I'll be taking a mini break when I finish the main game, so I can set up for Dead Kings. So I'll check it out. Fewer going to sleep. Can't lurk tonight, but hope you have a great stream, mate. Oh, that's definitely fine, Fewer. That's no worries at all. Thank you so much for popping in. I hope you have a great rest. Catch you again next time.
Powdered agate. Causes hallucinations. This will make him look mad. Now we have to make him look dangerous.
The list of names.
It must fall into the right hands, anonymously. If our involvement gets out, it'll tip Germain off.
Leave that part to me.
Kings still conspire to assassinate humanity. If they can no longer conflict the divinity with superstition in order to implicate him in their transgressions, they endeavor to banish him from the earth. People fear no more their sacrilegious conspiracies. They can no more tear the world from the breast of its author than the remorse from their own hearts. You who are rich, hold up your woeful heads. You can again raise your eyes to the sky with impunity. Heroes of countries, your generous devotion is not fulfilled in folly. The minions of tyranny may be able to assassinate you, but it is not in their power to annihilate you completely. Man, whoever you can again think well. You can attach
A
your
letter for me. For you, to be fair, because it's a vast multiverse of different timelines, they're bound to have differences and changes. It helps that the past incarnations and canon had events play differently. Yeah. It's good to have that guide so that you can have a look at what you want to change and still, you know, keep what you want to still have. Helps it, yeah.
Robespierre natters on about freedom and mercy, while thousands go to the guillotine. If Don somewhere allowed to see this, he would choke on his own grief.
Oui, monsieur. Might I borrow a handkerchief? What is it?
What's the solution to our problems? Pardon.
La volonté du peuple.
Hey there, Barnes. How's it going? Afro will be flying today, Professor. Thanks for redeeming that, Afro. So once I finish this memory, we'll sort that out and do that memory again, but with the music only. Thanks for that. How's things going? Barnes, you're on a boat, a bloody huge boat, are you? Oh, nice. Is it like just a casual, or is it like a party or something on a boat? But of course, nothing is truly set in stone. It's more or less how you would do certain ideas. Oh yeah, it's good to have some flexibility about it.
Conduct unbecoming. Me? Who the hell
That should set
Robespierre
things
think he
in
is?
motion.
What is it, sir?
It is wisdom, above all, that our guilty enemies want to drive from the Republic. To wisdom alone does it belong to consolidate the prosperity of empire.
Being a list of enemies of the revolution.
100 names here.
Robespierre's gone too far this time.
That set the fox in the hen house.
Pity the hens. Now what?
We wait. It won't take long. Once Robespierre has lost the support of the people, he'll be no more use to Germain. And when Germain abandons him...
He's vulnerable. Let's go.
Okay, so that was Sequence 12, Memory 1, The Supreme Being. Optional objectives done. Don't let Elise get detected, and alarms bell sabotaged. Barnes, cruise Sydney to Hawaii via New Zealand to Tahiti in 18 days. You need to get to the pool deck and order more cocktails. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I hope your cruise goes well. I hope you enjoy it. That's awesome. Let's go into sound options and keep the music. It's all at 10 anyway, so I'll put sound effects down and voice down. Okay, so thanks for redeeming that Afro. So we'll choose that memory to replay, but with just the music. Let me see. No, it's not that one. That's not there. Look at the optional objectives, that will tell me which one. I'm not good at remembering off the top of my head which ones were which. There we go. And there we go. That's that mission played with just the music. Thanks for redeeming that, Afro. It's a great bit of music, that whole part. Very much like an adventure movie. That's one of the reasons why I love that sequence too. And it's a great example of chase sequences in the Assassin's Creed series used to be exhilarating. There used to be like a spectacle to it. There used to be like a very energetic kind of quality to them. But in newer games, it's just like, oh, there's the person I'm chasing. Run. Just running. Oh, there they are. Caught them. See? That was a chase. Whereas in the older games, like, boom, bang, run, shit, they're about to get away. Oh, quick dive. Oh, we missed. Oh, big thing, explosion. Look out. Oh my God, you got to jump on this and this and excitement. There's oomph to them. And that's one of the reasons why I like that sequence is there's a lot of oomph to it. There's a big spectacle to it. It's a very big, bombastic music to go with a big, bombastic, sequence. Yeah, that was weird. That was weird, actually, Afro. How they changed the character model on the replay for the professor. Afro, in this cutscene, you see exactly what Arno wants and what he is fighting for. He doesn't want to save the world or anything to do some another great deed. Yeah, that's right. He's got a very strong motivation, and unfortunately, as we know, his goal with that motivation ultimately, and it's out of his hands, but ultimately he loses Elise, and feels that guilt of not being able to prevent another death of someone close to him as well. It just amplifies these moments when you replay the game. Ryu, what would you say are the 3 greatest games or game franchises of all time? That is so tough. Because whenever I think of one, I think, yeah, but what about this one? And then when I think of that, it's like, yeah, that too, but what about this one? I didn't realize I was going to replay this part too. Hey, Absolution. How's things going? Okay, so we'll put the audio back to what we had it to. I should actually do a playthrough of this game one time with just the music. I mean, this game won't be celebrating its 10th anniversary until 2024 next year, so I could save it for that playthrough, for my annual one. Well, not for my annual one. I'll do a proper playthrough for the annual one, but for the 10th anniversary, I might do a music-only one. And then I might do a French language one as well. Hey there, Harbinger. Welcome. For a moment, you thought your laptop had sound issues. Bad timing to open the stream. That's understandable, dude. Yeah, I was just replaying a mission with the music only.
Bienvenue dans ma boutique, mon ami.
Oh, shit, I didn't realize that's how much money Arno had left. Oops. Alright, we have 2 memories left of the main game. Once I finish the main game, I will end this stream just so that the end of the main game is separate from the start of the DLC. Just for people checking the past broadcast later. So I know not everyone likes DLC content, so some people might just want to see the main game, or people might just want to see the DLC content on its own without watching the main game. But later they might want to watch them. I don't know, Got to think of these things as a stream, all these different probabilities and possibilities, even if none of them come to pass, which is fine. just good to have them in place. Alright. Wrong button. I'm so used to playing this game on Xbox that I press the button that on Xbox brings up the map. I finally worked out what challenge I'm going to do with Syndicate, because I was sort of like umming and ahhing about a few different possibilities, and what I ultimately ended up going with was a variation on my stylish assassin challenge that I've done for other games in the series. But I'll go into more detail about what that is when I actually get to Syndicate, which won't be today. But I finally figured out what challenge I want to do and the specifications for it.
What is it this time?
What's going on?
Elise. Sequence 12, Memory 2, The Fall of Robespierre. Robespierre has been arrested. Find him and make him tell you where Germaine is hiding. Then write.
Got your message. What's going on?
We may have gone too far in discrediting Robespierre.
What's happened?
He's been arrested.
What?
Apparently, he made vague threats about a purge against enemies of the state, and the committee turned on him. They're taking him to Luxembourg prison. He's scheduled for execution in the morning.
We'd best get to him first.
Blood of death to the enemies and freedom!
What in the... What in the hell?
These men were National Guard. Robespierre's escort. Damn, if we've lost him.
Let's not panic just yet. We might be able to find some sign of what happened. Elise, what happened here?
We were ambushed. Troops from the Paris Commune attacked us en route. They were trying to free the prisoners.
Did they take Robespierre?
I'm not sure. The fighting left me behind. They fell back, that way.
Merci. Go find yourself a doctor.
Oh.
If he's still in custody, they'll have taken him to Luxembourg prison.
But if not, they'll need to hole up somewhere nearby. They won't get very far with half the city turned out against Robespierre.
I'll check the prison. You follow the riots, see if you can pick up a trail.
Right.
Harbinger, you should have guessed that something was wrong in Resident Evil 1. You ended up with like 7 to 8 first aid sprays in your item box before the final fight. But you thought that maybe you were performing better since you had already finished Resident Evil 0 and was more experienced. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the funny thing is with that game, I tend to be very, very like picky with when I use the health sprays and all that kind of stuff, and I end up ultimately with like 10 extra ones. But the thing about that is, I'd rather have that than the other way around, where you have hardly any left. But yeah, that's the thing about that difficulty setting in Resident Evil 1 Remake is it's not 100% clear in the description what you're getting with it. And that that mode that you unlock as well, I still haven't actually done a playthrough of that from that mode.
Where did they go?
They went that way.
Run, sir! We'll hold this one until reinforcements arrive.
You are a hero of France.
Alright, we need to tail him, but not get into conflict for the optional objective.
Honor.
J'avais épousé Thérèse. C'était aussi beau. Wait a moment!
Thank God you made it, sir. The commune stands with you.
Thank you, Sergeant. Your loyalty does you credit.
Best get inside, sir. The convention soldiers will be here soon.
Yes, of course. I place myself in your capable hands.
Be it known that the Paris Commune, by dint of its actions protecting the criminal...
Alright, so optional objective still current, don't get into a conflict, but a new one is doors lockpicked.
Soldiers under the command of the National Convention have been dispatched to attend the citizens are advised to remain in their homes while justice is carried out. And all of their allies are declared outlawed. Like you, revolutionary justice shall prevail.
Hey there, Lukey. Welcome on in. How's things going? Lukey, all good, thanks, bud. Early start with the little one, so she's playing and you're on the big TV, lol. Oh, nice. That's good. I'm glad to hear that things are going good. And I'm going really good. I'm having a good Saturday. Things are going well. Hey there, Carbon. Good morning to you as well. I'm doing really, really good. How are you? Carbon, you're doing good. Thanks for asking. You can finally join the stream. Well, welcome on in, Carbon, and I'm glad that you're doing good. We're getting closer to finishing the main game, and after I've finished, I'm going to end the stream and then come back with the Dead Kings DLC then. Going to continue on with the challenge into that too. You've been playing Unity for the first time in this period. Oh, have you really? Oh, cool. How are you finding it? Alright, may as well get the third level of lockpicking.
At this rate, the convention won't let them fire a shot.
Still with us, I see.
Damn him. I sent for Zemma hours ago. Zemma warned me about you. You're one of them, aren't you? An assassin.
Not anymore. Where's Germain? Elise.
We don't have much time. Where is Germain?
I will never talk.
Then right. The temple. I should have known. I hope you enjoy revolutionary justice, monsieur.
Seize him!
Sequence 12, Memory 2, The Fall of Robespierre done. Optional objectives done, doors lockpicked, and don't get into conflict. Carbon, you find it fun, much more complicated than the previous ones in your opinion? It is, yeah. When I first played this, I literally finished Black Flag, and maybe not literally that second after, but I played Black Flag, Syndicate, and Unity back to back. Sorry, wrong way around. Black Flag, Unity, and Syndicate back to back, because I finally had gotten an Xbox One, so I was able to play them. I didn't want to get the Xbox 360 version of Black Flag, but anyway, when I first played Unity, I was just like, oh yeah, I'll just walk up to this enemy and just start fighting, and then I was dead, and I was like, okay, combat's changed. Have to change the approach then. So it took a little bit at the start to get used to that kind of thing and figure out the ins and outs of the combat. But there's definitely a lot of complications. Lukey, you've only played these games up to Brotherhood. You tried Black Flag, but you didn't like the whole ship thing. Were you wrong to give up? This looks pretty good from what you've seen so far. Well, it's very, very tricky, even with Assassin's Creed 3, because, you know, you're talking about a whole different way of playing the game, because obviously up until that point, you were on horseback or, you were on the machine gun carriage and you're on the gunboat and all that kind of stuff, and the flying machine and that. And you could use not canoes, gondolas. You could use those. So there were other traversal things, but when it came to doing the ship stuff, it was very different. So it was a big ask to have players that were used to the way that the Assassin's Creed games were to then have to learn a whole big new kind of thing. So it's definitely understandable if in Assassin's Creed 3 or Black Flag the whole ship thing was off-putting and that kind of stuff. And there's a little bit of having to do grinding to get your upgrades for the ship as well. Not just with the money side of things, but also the materials. So if you're not really a fan of the ship stuff, then to actually get through some places in the story, when you're on the ship and you need to use the ship, you need to upgrade and you need to spend time doing that and all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely understandable. But in this game, of course, there's nothing like that. So it went back to a more traditional kind of thing, except without the horses, of course. There's no actual horses that you can just get on and ride around and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely, Carbon. It really is, and the combat can be tricky too because the enemy AI can actually cheat. It can force you to put your sword away automatically, like Arno does it automatically, because they're close to the wall and you're getting close to the wall, and then Arno puts his weapon away, and then the enemy's like, aha, and then hits you. So there's some unfair stuff that actually does happen, unfortunately, which can be annoying. It's going to be interesting with this final fight because I've never actually tried ranged weapons on Germain before, so it's like, have to see how it goes. Play it by ear. I might have to just make an exception. If it doesn't do any damage to him, Luki, right, okay, so with not playing Black Flag, could you go into Unity or does the story follow on? Just want to see if you can add it to your playlist otherwise. So the only thing that the game will really cover that was in Black Flag is the present day stuff. So there'll be some references to certain characters and what happened to them in Black Flag. But apart from that, there's nothing in it that you really need to play Black Flag to understand.
Bienvenue, monsieur.
Bienvenue, monsieur. Apparently. I don't know what he said. Nope. Up. There we go. Port Saint Denis. Sequence 12, Memory 3, the Temple. It all comes to this. Germain is hiding somewhere in the temple. Find him and kill him. Bring him peace in accordance with our tenets.
We should split up.
I'm not sure that's...
Less chance we both get caught that way.
I suppose that's true.
We'll rendezvous inside. If you get a shot at Germain, you take it.
Germain's built himself quite a fortress. I can't see any weak spots.
Assassinate Germain. Alright, so optional objectives need to do 3 air assassinations and sabotage alarm bells. So the 3 double air assassinations, as long as I do kill 2 enemies at once, I'm allowed to actually do that. But if I was to accidentally just kill 1, then that would mean I have to restart the memory.
Why is there never a god when you need one?
Alright, so that's 1. Carbon, maybe you're wrong, but you feel after AC3 all games can be played in random order. Yeah, I mean, the thing about like Assassin's Creed 1 is you had, of course, a character that was in one time period, and then Ezio is in a completely different time period forward on from that. But there's nothing that you need to know about Altair to understand Ezio, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And then when Assassin's Creed 2 finishes, you've got the follow-on with Brotherhood, so you've got the thread that continues into that, and then Revelations. And then once you've done that, you've got 3, which of course has another character further on in time. But after Black Flag, going back in time further than Assassin's Creed 3's past, to do like a prequel story, and then after that going to this game, which moves back forward in time from there, and then you've got Syndicate, which goes even further forward in time, and then you've got Origins, which goes back in time. Then you've got Odyssey, which goes even further back, and then Valhalla, which goes forward past Origins, you know. So there's a lot of back and forth with the time jumping and everything too, as well, which can add some confusion. But yeah, I think once you get past AC3, you know, you could jump and play Unity, or you could play Syndicate, you know. Kind of like flexible in that way. Lukey boy, oh brilliant, helpful as always, thank you. You've always loved these games, so it'd be nice to get back into them. If it's carries on away from Black Flag, sorry to hate on Black Flag, well, it just wasn't for you. That's totally understandable, Lukey. It's one of those games that can easily be divisive as well. I mean, there's definitely a lot of fans of it, but there's also people who, you know, rightly so, don't like it. But that's just part of the territory with any fan base and any franchise is, you know, you're going to get those games that really divide people. And one camp will be like, yeah, this is great, and the other will be like, you serious? Hey there, Sherbot. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you very much. How's things going for you? Welcome, Raiders. I'm doing good, thanks, Sherbot. Things are going good. We're on the final mission for the main game, and once I finish this, I'll be ending the stream to set up for the DLC content, which takes place after the main game. So there'll definitely be more than just this stream of the main game. I just want to keep it separate so that the VODs are separate. That way, if someone just wants to watch the DLC content, they know where it starts and where the main game ends. Right now, I've got to be careful because I've got the challenge where I have to use ranged weapons to kill enemies, but there's optional objectives and they're exempt from the challenge rules until they're completed. So I've got to do 2 more double air assassinations. But if I accidentally just assassinate one person, then I've got to actually restart the memory / mission quest thing.
Give me a name! Go on then, shitload of cowards. You think you can make me talk? You got a family?
Give me a name. It's not his job. Someone should have given you one, or you choose one yourself. It's funny what the NPCs say in these games. Now let's suss out these two enemies. Gotta be careful too, especially if there's like a lamppost or something sticking out, because it's very deceptive sometimes. Now they're both glowing. If I press the button to assassinate and only one gets killed, I'm going to call that the game's fault, because they're both red, which signifies that they're both in range and close enough together to do an air assassination on. There we go, so there's that one. One more to do. And then once I've done the third double air assassination, I can't do them anymore. And then we'll take care of the sabotaging of alarm bells. Sherbot, you're just wondering if there were multiple reasons to shut down a stream in between things and in a way you told you before even asking. That's okay, Sherbot. Yeah, it's one of those things where I like to keep things separated. And especially too, like, if I'm going to be finishing one game and starting another one, I want to be able to just have the one game end, and then if people are checking out the VOD later, then they know, okay, so this stream is just this game. And the funny thing is, on Xbox, I'm not streaming on Xbox for this game. I'm actually streaming on the PlayStation for it. But on Xbox, even if you keep the stream going and switch games, it automatically will create a separate VOD anyway. So I just kind of got into the rhythm of doing that. I could go to the mission zone and do this, but I'd rather do it outside of it, because then once I get into that mission zone, I don't have to worry about trying to figure out a good spot to do a double air assassination to get this final one. Damn. The game won't let me do the double assassination on those targets because they're not out from under the awning. Well, not the awning, but the edge of the roof. Sherbot, interesting. You use PC, so you just switch through things quickly. Yeah. Yeah, and that'd be the benefit of that if you don't mind keeping like every content in the one stream. It's good that you can do that without it automatically separating them for you. But you think it's a nice idea to separate them now for purpose of VODs. Yeah, and like the other thing for me too is because I export my streams to my YouTube channel, it saves having to go in and like download the VOD, edit it, split it up so that one game is on its own, and then the other, and then, so it's much easier to keep it separate when streaming, and then that way just exporting it is easiest.
You animal. That's right.
What do you want?
You sell tainted bread and have the gall to show your face.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Bastard. We'll soon find a law to hang around your bloody neck.
Oh, it's too hectic to risk doing a double air assassination on those enemies. Excellent, got it. So that's that optional objective dealt with, so I can't use that tactic anymore now. Yeah. Especially too, because I do long streams as well. Sometimes it's like 9 hours. Oh, that's okay, Sherbot. That's no worries at all.
You didn't seriously think I'd coming here, traitor?
Traitor.
Parmi les citoyens.
Spends a lot of time in the catacombs too. You haven't heard? He thinks he's Jacques de Molay reborn or something. You're joking. Not even a little. He's probably down there trying to commune with his past life or something equally ridiculous. Mad as a hatter. I don't think de Molay is even buried down there. Like I said.
Bernard.
Oh. Bonsoir. Hey.
Something's not right. A real tight for you. You won't get away. Touch it.
Die like a man! You coward!
You won't escape! You're mine!
Tiring yet?
Now for the fun bit.
That's it, break your full net.
Hell was that?
Stay there, you!
There we go. So that's one alarm bell sabotage. We'll wait till they calm down, and then we'll go and sabotage the second one. Harbinger, I wish you could just skip Syndicate and move on to your favourite entry in the series Origins. Not a big fan of Syndicate. Then I've got to do the Chronicles trilogy too. I like to do that between Syndicate and Origins because Origins is such a different game to Syndicate. So I'm like, I may as well play the Chronicles trilogy after Syndicate because the Chronicles trilogy are very different games to Syndicate, and Origins is very different to Syndicate, and Origins is also very different to the Chronicles trilogy. So you have a few more games you need to get through first before we get to Origins.
You're holding out on me? It's your building. You know who the troublemakers are.
Get back here, you brat! I got 10 inches of steel for ya!
Harbinger, well, the Chronicles games are too short, so they are tolerable. The thing about those playthroughs is I'll be doing all the optional objectives and challenges with each one too, so it might actually take a while, depending on how I go with the challenges. Hey there, friend of frogs. Welcome on in, I hope it's going well. Harbinger, Syndicate is just 100 collectibles in 10 areas that repeat each other. Yeah, you don't have to do all of the burrows, thankfully, but if you do want to do all the burrows, that's a lot of work to get all of them done. But for the playthrough, I'll just be doing the minimum 3 that's required. Hey there, Theory of Cake. Welcome on in.
You there! Stop!
I hate when the snipers get that little fucking tiny shot. It's like fuck off. You think the smoke in their eyes would count for something against them being able to hit you like that. But in any case, that's the optional objective taken care of. So now we can focus on finishing off the memory. Harbinger, the ambient music in Resident Evil 0 and remake of 1 was so nice. You think that the first Dark Souls games were inspired by it. Especially when you were in a room with an item box, you finally get to relax. Yeah, that's a great thing about that music in those games is I think every Resident Evil game that has a save room music, there's probably only maybe one that I probably don't think is that good, but it's not game breaking or anything. I'm not really a big fan of the one in Resident Evil 7. That's probably my least favorite. Alright, just let's replenish stuff just in case we need to. Okay, so it'll probably help me if I get the other health skills. Or at least another one. That way when Germain is dealing damage to me, I won't take... Well, I'll have more health to bear the brunt of it and healing myself as well. Alright, so I haven't tried doing just ranged attacks on Germain before, so I just need to suss out if it even does any damage to him. But if not, and the game requires me to actually use the hidden blade, then the challenge rules won't be in effect. For Germain, that is.
What the hell was that?
It's the Master Sword from The Legend of Zelda. He's got full health.
So the prodigal assassin returned. Direct approach from an assassin. How refreshing. So the prodigal assassin. A waste of my time. I suspected it when the Tush stopped sending his tax revenue. I see you, assassin. No, please. You've become quite the thorn in my side.
Well, I don't know about anyone else, but that was doing jack shit to Germain. So, for this first encounter, we need to hidden blade him. It'll probably be the same for the second encounter, but I'd rather test first.
So the prodigal... The director... So the prodigal...
How? What?
How? What? Harbinger, that went well. Yeah. As I said, had to suss it out. He's wearing Kid's ring that you find in AC3. That's the secret.
Come here, you! Look like you need a private...
go, up we go. Up. Oh no, Harbinger. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be finishing Dead Kings today, because you need to remember I'm doing optional objectives and the challenge at the same time too. And that game, that DLC has some very tough spots.
You aren't getting through here! Get over here!
Could have sworn you came my way.
What happened here?
Germain's got some kind of weapon. I've never seen its like before. He got away from me.
He didn't come past me. He must still be down.
Where do you take someone who's been injured in a
He didn't come
peekaboo
past
accident?
me. He must still be down there.
To the ICU. That one pains me, Mr. Gote. I might need to heal myself from that one. How's it going, dude? Welcome on in. Alright, so I'm going to test in the second phase of the fight if weapons do damage to him, like ranged weapons, but if not, just like that first encounter, I'll let it slide.
As well.
This is quite the reunion.
Stay hidden. Keep him talking.
Did you think this day would never come?
I have now!
Nope, definitely won't. Alright, so the rules don't apply for this phase of the fight as well. Mr. Gote, going really good. Did you see right through that? I did. I saw it.
Did you think this day would never come? That because Francois de la Serre had no sons to avenge him, that your crime would go unanswered?
Revenge, is it? Your vision is as narrow as your father's.
You want to talk? How wide of vision was your grab for power?
Power? No. You're smarter than that. This was never about power. It's always been about control. Did your father teach you nothing? The Order has grown complacent. For centuries, we focus our... For centuries, we focus our attentions on the trappings of power, the titles of nobility, the offices of church and state, caught in the very lie we crafted to shepherd the masses.
I'll kill you!
You're not listening. Killing me. Do you think yourself safe in your shadows? You're not listening. Here you are. You're not listening. Killing me won't stop anything. When our brother Templars see the old institutions crumble, they will adapt. They will retreat to the shadows, and we will at last be the secret masters we were meant to be. Skulk all you like. It makes no difference. Hello, assassin!
Alright, let's see if Germain says anything different, or anything more.
So come. Kill me if you can. Unless you can miracle up a new king and halt the revolution in its tracks, it does not matter.
I can't find an opening!
I will
We'll have to take him together.
I have now.
I can't find an opening!
We'll have to take him together.
Alright, one final hit.
Where are you hiding, assassin?
For the third one, I like to do an air assassinate on
We'll
him.
have to take him together.
Because it's my favorite assassination technique. I know you jumped too far.
I grow tired of waiting. Come, assassin. Let's bring this to its inevitable
Come on, I know
conclusion.
you can reach him from
I
there,
will
surely, mate.
find
I'm stuck.
He's getting away.
Wait, I'm almost free.
I can take him.
No, you can't. Not alone. Wait for me.
I'm sorry.
Elise! 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 Elise!
One of my favorite final assassinations on a main villain in this series. Hey, there's Zareth. Ben, they now have a way to fall. A way to fall in case you get back up.
Bravo. You've slain the villain. That is how you cast this little morality play in your mind, isn't it? Oh, I'm not really here. Not really there either. At the moment, I'm bleeding out in the floor of the temple. But it seems the Father of Understanding has seen fit to give us this time to talk. A particular favorite of mine. I did not understand the visions that haunted my mind, you see. Great towers of gold, cities, shining white as silver. I thought I was going mad. And I found this place. Dr. Molay's vault. Through his writings, I understood.
Understood what?
Somehow, through the centuries, I was connected to Grandmaster de Molay. And I'd been chosen to purge the order of decadence and corruption that had set in like rot. To wash the world clean. and restored to the truth the Father of Understanding intended.
That seems to have gone over well.
Prophets are seldom appreciated in their own time. Exiled in the basement forced me to reevaluate my strategy. Find new avenues for the realization of my purpose.
No matter the cost.
A new order never comes without destruction of the old. And if men are made to fear untrammeled liberty, so much the better. A brief taste of chaos will remind them why they crave obedience. Here's we part ways here. Think on this. The march of progress is slow, but it is inevitable as a glacier. All you've accomplished is to delay the inevitable. One death cannot stop the tide. Perhaps it'll not be my hand that shepherds mankind back to its proper place. But it will be someone's. Think on this when you remember her.
Repose on pay, Elise. Sequence 12, Memory 3, the temple complete. Optional objectives done, alarm bells sabotaged, and the double air assassinations were done without messing up and accidentally killing one enemy. So therefore, the challenge rules were adhered to. And that's the final memory of the main game, but the challenge is still going to go for the Dead Kings DLC, so I'm not going to be able to finalize. But the fail count at the moment is 1. So I was about to kill an enemy in one of the previous assassination missions who was coming through like a window. And just as I pressed the assassinate button, they got through the window and Arno stood up and then did a standard assassination. And the optional objective was to do cover assassinations. So I had to restart the memory. And that's the only time so far. But the DLC needs to be done yet, and so that number could increase. But we've done that. And so here we have Elise dying. Arno lost his biological father when he was young, and he felt guilty about not being able to do anything to stop it. He lost his adoptive father, who is Elise's father, and he felt guilty about not being able to prevent that. And he wanted to make sure that Elise didn't die, and he fought as much as he could to stop that from happening. And unfortunately she dies. So that's the third person that Arno loses that he feels guilty about not being able to protect or save or prevent from dying as well. So when we see Arno in the Dead Kings DLC, he's a very different kind of character in the sense that he's lost. Like, he doesn't have the same kind of like passion for life that he used to have, and he's kind of lost hope, and through the events of the DLC, he'll gain that hope back, and we'll be seeing that. But yeah, that's the final memory of the main game done. And now for one of the best speeches in the game, in the series, I mean. Harbinger, the bonus objective to stay out of combat in the first DLC memory almost made you rage quit. Yeah, I don't blame you too. And that memory can be difficult, especially if you accidentally go into the DLC. Because for those who don't know, the DLC content isn't in a separate menu. If you go in the game world to the carriage where the DLC gets activated, it actually pops up on the screen telling you that it's the DLC content and asks if you're ready to go to it. However, if you actually go on the map, you can fast travel to the DLC. But if you fast travel to the DLC, it puts you straight into the DLC, and you can't actually exit out of it to go back into the main game until you do the first memory of the DLC. And then once you've done that, then the game will let you fast travel back to Paris. So it's kind of stupid how they did that. They should have had the message pop up as well if you went to it on the map. Zeroth, sabotage the evil alarm bells. Yes, you've got to stop them. They just ring all the time. They're like telemarketers.
The creed of the Assassin Brotherhood teaches us that nothing is forbidden to us. Once, I thought that meant we were free to do as we would, to pursue our ideals no matter the cost. I understand now. Not a grant of permission, the creed is a warning. Ideals too easily give way to dogma. Dogma becomes fanaticism. No higher power sits in judgment of us. No supreme being watches to punish us for our sins. In the end, only we ourselves can guard against our obsessions. Only we can decide whether the road we walk carries too high a toll. We believe ourselves redeemers, avengers, saviors. We make war on those who oppose us, and they in turn make war on us. We dream of leaving our stamp upon the world. Even as we give our lives in a conflict that will be recorded in no history book. All that we do, all that we are, begins and ends with ourselves.
My god, I don't believe what I'm seeing. I won this fight 2 centuries before it started. Well done, kid. I don't think Abstergo will bother searching the catacombs for Germain's body. The bones are gonna be too damaged, too decayed. We're in the clear at this stage. You did good work, Initiate. Until we contact you again, the best you can do is continue searching Arno's memories for anything else he might have seen, like rare historical data, more DNA samples, anything to help our cause. We'll be in touch when we need you. Count on it.
You know, the credits are long when you're fast forwarding it, the credits still feel long. Just wanted to wait till that piece of music was finished. Yeah, Zereth, Skelly Bones. So there's no way that Abstergo is going to find Germain's bones. So the whole thing with present day at this point in the series was that the Templars were looking for any remains of any sages throughout history that might still be anywhere around the world. And the assassins wanted to make sure that they don't. And this was one of the sages that they were looking into. So the present-day protagonist that we played as was not the same person as in Black Flag. Completely different person. We don't find out who they are. But at this point in the series, Ubisoft was pretty much like, you are the main character in the present day. You know, put yourselves in the shoes of the character, kind of thing. And they do that with Syndicate as well, which goes for more like a cutscene approach instead. So whenever there's like a present day part of the story, it just goes to a cutscene, plays that out, and then goes back to the past, kind of thing. Now, I don't know if you're playing as the same person that you are supposed to be playing as in this game, in the present day, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a completely other rando as well. So that's the end of the main game. So let's skip the credits, because I thought, surely if I start fast forwarding it, as soon as the credits start, surely the credits won't take as long, but seems like there's probably another few minutes left on the credits. I'm going to be changing Arno back to the Edward Kenway outfit, but before I did that, I just wanted to show people what outfit you get, the Master Assassin outfit, and this is what it looks like as well. So Arno gets this because he reaches the rank of Master Assassin, which basically means that even though the assassins in France expelled him, it was only a temporary thing. Because getting rid of the Grand Templar Master, I think, goes a long way for the assassins. So I think they were like, you know what, Arno? Welcome back. So there we go, that's the Master Assassin outfit, and you get to use the Sword of Eden. However, you cannot shoot lasers from it, unfortunately. Alright, so that concludes the main game story of Assassin's Creed Unity for my annual 2023 playthrough with the Ranged Weapons Challenge. I'm going to end the stream here and take a short break to set up for the DLC. And before I start the DLC, it'll be back here where Arno currently is, but I'll put him into the Edward outfit, because to celebrate Black Flag's 10th anniversary, not only am I doing multiple playthroughs of it this year, but I'm also having characters in other games that actually have access to the Edward outfit, have them actually wear it as well to pay tribute. But I just want to thank everyone for watching this stream. I'll probably be about 10 minutes, I'd say, before coming back. But for those who can't stick around, that's completely fine. Thank you for watching this one. But if you are able to, that's awesome as well. And I'll be back soon to start the DLC, Dead Kings. No worries, Lukey. See you soon. Absolutely.